Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my theory tuition series where we're working together step by step through each of the ABRSM theory grades. There are lots of resources available to help you on my website. If you visit sharonbill.com, you'll find some free PDF information sheets. You can download those in US letter or A4 and they accompany each step of this series. You'll find a page there with links to all of my YouTube video tutorials, and you can also access information about the books that I have available. I've written an exam technique guide, how to take your ABRSM Music Theory Exam. It's full of tips and hints on how to best prepare for your exam and also how to make the best use of your time when you're actually working through your paper on exam day. So if you go to sharonbill.com, you'll find it all there. If you can give me a like, that would be fab, and please do subscribe to my channel to keep updated. And now we're going to complete the last question of the last paper of this 2014 past papers booklet for grade 2. So turn with me to the back page and we'll have a look at question 8 together. So I always recommend that you have a go of this yourself first. It doesn't matter if you go wrong. It's always better to learn by your mistakes. You'll learn it much more thoroughly that way. It's best revision practice to do so. Work in pencil. I use a mechanical pencil just so it stays sharp, and then you've got an eraser should you need it, and I'd also have a ruler to hand just to keep things neat and tidy. If you're not neat and tidy, you risk losing some marks. So all of these questions refer back to this little extract here, and also this gives us another example at the end of the paper showing how from 2018 onwards the newly revised exam format will now present these musical terms in multiple choice format. I'm not sure that makes it any easier. It's easier to get thrown off the scent perhaps. However, I would go ahead and give these their full definitions because it's really good revision practice to do that. These past papers are an invaluable form of revision, even though the exam paper format has changed slightly from 2018 onwards. So I'm hoping you've had a go of these, and we'll check through these together. Don't forget that these performance directions are accumulative, so it's everything from grade 1 still, as well as everything new from grade 2 as well. So vivace is our tempo direction. It means lively, or you would say quick, I guess that would do. Now here we're referring back to the time signature, and it's asking us what the 8 means. Now the bottom number tells us what type of beat, and this bottom number 8 means quaver beats. We're counting in quaver beats or 8th note beats. That's the unit of the beat that we are counting now. P is short for piano, which means soft or quiet. That's our dynamic marking. Dolce means sweetly, or I suppose you could say gentle. I always find ways of remembering this, just see what sort of word associations crop up in your mind. That always makes me think sort of sweet little dolly. I don't know why, but there we go, that works for me. Now here, this symbol could be one of two things. It could be a slur or it could be a tie. It depends how it's applied. So if we look in bar 4, we can see which one it's referring to exactly. And it's this one here, which is 2 different pitches, so it means play smoothly joined together. If it was note head to note head of 2 notes of the same pitch, that would be a tie, adding the note values together. Because it's different note pitch, that means a slur, which means to play smoothly. There we go. So just a little bit of observation now. In this next question, we're asked to complete this sentence. Bar 1 has the same notes and rhythm, everything the same in the pitch and the rhythm as bar whatever. So let's have a look at bar 1 and then glance ahead, and just visually you can see straight away that bar 3 has the same notes and the same rhythm. So there, that's soon done. So now the melody is in E flat major, so they've worked that out for us, and here's our key signature: B flats, E flats, A flats. So we need to draw a bracket over 3 notes next to each other that form the tonic triad in this key. So before we go searching, let's think what we're looking for. The tonic triad is the 1st, the 3rd and the 5th degrees of the scale. So in E flat major, the 1st degree of the scale is E flat. I'm not going to bother with the flat symbols though, because the key signature deals with all of that. So if E is the 1st, F, G is the 3rd, B is the 5th, 1, 3, 5. So we're looking for notes E, G, B. It may not necessarily be in that order, right next to each other, that we can bracket together. So we can see straight away this won't do because these are going in step, next door notes, F, G, A and so on. Now here we have a B, a G and an E. So straight away we've got that. It's actually in reverse, but that's okay. It's all the notes of the tonic triad, so there we go. Now we're asked to name the degree of the scale of the last note of the melody. So we're looking to name the degree of the scale of this. So we can either count from the 1st, which is E, 1, 2. So we know that's the 2nd, so we've done that really. However, if you're not sure, and you need to be careful that you count the E flat or the E as 1, and you can double check that by, if you just sketch out the letters and then the steps of the scale, you can see that F is note 2, the 2nd step, the 2nd degree of the scale. So you can just double check it that way if you feel more comfortable there. Now we're asked to draw a circle around the longest note in the melody. We're in 3/8. None of these are going to be desperately long notes, but we can see we're ending on a long note here, which is a bar full of just one long note. That's a dotted crotchet, a dotted quarter note. So we can just draw a circle around that, and that's done. Now we need to give the time name of the rest in bar 2. So here's the rest, and we could either call that a semiquaver rest, or you could call it a 16th note rest, whichever terminology you're most comfortable with. There we go. And so this last question, we get 10 marks literally just for copying, and so we just have to take time to make sure that we're copying exactly the bit they're asking us to. Here they're asking us from the start of bar 1 to the end of bar 4. It won't necessarily always be from the beginning though, exactly as it's written, and they even give us a little checklist. Don't forget the clef, the key signature, the time signature, the tempo marking, the dynamic marking, all other details. So you can do this in any order you like, but just make sure that you get everything down. So I'm going to just keep my bar lines aligned with theirs. I know they've given us a whole line's worth, but I'm going to just follow theirs. After that we don't keep going. I'll just do that so I don't get carried away. And if I keep all of my notes aligned with theirs, I know I'm not going to run out of space, and also I'm going to keep it properly spaced, and I'm not going to lose track where I am. So we need the clef, the key signature, keep that correctly positioned, the time signature. And so now I'm just going to get these note heads in place, and then I'll worry about all the other bits and bobs in a second. Doesn't matter what order you do so long as you get it all neatly in place. Rest. It's quite a busy little piece. Plenty of blobs to be copying. Need a dot there, and then we don't need any more. So I'm going to go upwards with my ruler, get these stems up, and they are semis. I'll worry about all the slur marks and so on afterwards. You can do it a bar at a time. That's a semi. They're all going up. Got a bit carried away there, I think. Let's just tidy that up. Got a dreadful habit of not joining my stems to my note heads. That's it, tidy that up. And then these last ones are semis. Nearly there. So there's semi. Oh dear, that went a bit wonky. More haste, less speed, as my gran used to say. So there's semis. That's a semi as well because of the dot. There we go. So now I can start thinking about slur marks. There we go. So we want the tempo direction, that's vivace. And then we want P dolce. Is there anything else? Let's just have a look. Oops, daisy. Nope, I think that's it. I think that's done. So that's that question completed and that's that paper completed. I do hope that's helpful to you. I hope it's helping you to get to grips with this subject and I hope that you enjoyed it. I'm certainly enjoying working through it with you. If you can give me a like, that would be really great, and please do subscribe to my channel to keep updated. There's lots more in store. Please also do visit sharonbill.com and make use of all of the resource and information that's available to help you there. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.